Today is Friday, October 4th, Flex Friday on Prize Picks. Overall, a pretty light day for sports, but it's Flex Friday. We got to take advantage of that free roll. We do have 3 college football games and 2 WNBA games to put in. But you can use your Flex Friday for tomorrow MLB, or you can use for college football as well, as we have a full slate tomorrow. Or some of you can put it for NFL for Sunday. But I'm going to take advantage today. I'm going to make it cash out today. So I'm going to mix and match with WNBA and college football. So let's head on over to WNBA. Actually, WNBA first half, which most of the props that I like are in the first half. Some of these teams are on the brink of elimination. So I think they're going to come out and do their thing. First one I'm going to be going with is Chelsea Gray. And I'm going to be taking her PRA. It has been slightly bumped. It was at 10. It's up to 10.5. I still think she's going to go well over 11. So that's my first leg, or at least my first leg for my WNBA slip. Next one I like is Carlton, and this one I still like it. The line is still the same from last night. It's still at 8.5. I see her clearing 10 for the first half. Fantasy score is not bad as well, but I like her PRA more as she rebounds and assists. Next one is Alyssa Thomas at points. I think she's only cleared this one time in the past 10 games. Well, actually the past 10 games, 2 times she's gone over in those 10 games, and that's including the regular season. But I'll be having her go under on the 7.5. One against Minnesota. It's going to be a competitive game, especially in that first half. The series is tied 1-1, so I think she's mostly going to rebound in the first half. I'm going to be points. Another one you can target is her fantasy score. Take under at 21, low but pretty high. She does have block and steal potential, which you might want to fade that, which is a big reason why I'll be taking her points instead. But her fantasy is not bad if you want to take the over. Let's head on over to full game props. A couple ones that I like. I'm going to go straight to offensive rebounds, and hopefully they haven't taken it off the board. And it's Jackie Young, 0.5. She's been averaging close to 2, especially in the playoffs. So I'll be taking the over on that. Same thing with free throws made. We have another one at 0.5, and that is Courtney Williams. She's been averaging 2 in the playoffs. So I'll be taking the over on that. And those 2 for the full game props I like. One more I like to mention for full game is field goals attempted. A'ja Wilson, 18.5, slightly bumped, was at 18. I think she's going to have 20 or more. She should have a big game. She has to have a big game or the Aces will be eliminated. Liberty have put some lockdown defense on her, but she is the MVP for a reason. So I think she's going to come out and do her thing. And I think the Aces will force a game 4, pardon me. So I'll be taking her field goals attempt on a separate slip. But another one that I like is points and assists. If you don't want to take Alyssa Thomas for less points, this is a risky play, but I still like it, is her points and assists. Last time we took her, she cashed for us. She's still at 23.5. That's the same line we took her last time. She's still going to go over 24. So it's a good one that I like at 23.5 if you don't want to take her first half points, which is a little bit more risky. But I still think it's good props. Good daily grind fantasy hit rate as well. But these are the 6 you can choose from for WNBA. You can incorporate it into your Flex Friday slip. Let's head on over to college football, where the bulk of my Flex Friday slip will be. Josh Hoover, I'm going to have him in multiple slips. I expect him to have a big game. Passing yards, fantasy score, and passing touchdowns are my favorite for him. All 3 props, I will have them on multiple slips, fantasy score, passing yards, which I already paired with the LOL discount last night, which already cashed. So passing yards, fantasy score, and passing touchdowns, which I believe they just took out the passing touchdown, which was at 1.5. Passing yards and fantasy score will be the top 2. Next one is Jack Beck. Receptions, fantasy score, or receiving yards are his best bets. Next one is Kyle McCord. Passing yards, you can take his Gabi. Maybe take his Demon as well. He's been averaging well over 350 yards past 4 games. Fantasy score 22.5. I do have him a couple touchdowns. You can see his demon for passing touchdown is very popular, so you might want to target his fantasy score. If he gets at least 3 touchdowns and he gets at least 300 yards, he should easily cash that fantasy score. So I'm going to take my shot with that 22.5. Next one will be for receptions. Let's head on over to Trevor Penna. And that is the #1 option for Kyle McCord, so I'm definitely going to be targeting him. At 5, same thing with Jack Beck. At 6, #1 target for Josh Hoover. And that rounds up my top picks. I do have multiple slips already posted on my Discord if you're interested. So you guys can follow exactly what I have. But I gave you 6 for WNBA to choose from and 6 for college football that you can incorporate in your Flex Friday slip. Stress free, it's a free roll. You're playing with the house's money. Don't stress about it. Put your best props. Obviously, you can take 2 props from each sport. You can include soccer. You can also include MLB or NFL if you're more familiar with that sport. But I'm going to take advantage of the Flex Friday today. I do have a couple promotions for baseball tomorrow. Same thing with football. I do have protected plays. So I'm going to take full advantage and just incorporate college football and WNBA on my Flex Friday slip. It's a free roll, so I'm going to take advantage. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. If you're interested in the Discord, the link is in the description below. I post all my slips early, multiple slips on multiple platforms as well. So come join us. Hope you all have a great weekend, and see you guys in the next one.